Hi everyone, so happy you took the time again to come over and watch a new video from Dyanne, and my name is Janny. Of course, today we have a new DIY for you. I hope you will enjoy watching, and of course if you like this content, we hope you will consider subscribing to Dyanne and my channel and click the bell. Like I always say, enough talking, let's jump into our DIY. So here you see what I will use for this easy DIY. We are going to try to make a Mackenzie child inspired clock for on your wall. And of course it is a decor piece. We use a little cardboard canvas, and I use the smaller ones, just not the one with the wooden frame inside of it. We use some craft sticks or popsicle sticks, just how you call it. Some printed out, some roosters. I printed out the Mackenzie child print. Of course I use some wooden numbers. I have the letters and the numbers, they are from wood, and I only paid for the box, I think, €1. And of course a pencil, some measurement, but that's a little bit all we need right now. So we are going to start our DIY. So, and before I forget, because I just didn't tell you, the main important thing, of course, what we will use a lot is the Mod Podge and the glue. And for me, Mod Podge and glue is a little bit the same, because you can also glue with the Mod Podge. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to make my the Mackenzie child print fitting for over my canvas. So I will do this, and I won't bore you with that, so I will make it already fitting, and then I will be back with you and show you the rest, the next step. So you see I did my Mackenzie child print I did on the size I need, and what I'm going to do is just Mod Podge my canvas. And of course I'm doing just a little bit of an extra layer, because maybe I should have got a little bigger brush. I think that would be a little bit greater. So if you do it your way, just use a little bigger brush, because this is taking so long. But you see already, you're learning every time and the time again. So I'm just doing first this size, and then later on I'm doing the under piece, because the measurement was not the one I needed. I needed a bigger one, but of course my printer can not do the bigger one, so I am doing this one. So I'm going to put it on the side of my canvas. And now I'm always hoping that it doesn't wrinkle too much, but that depends on the day. One day it's going great, the other day it's really going bad, but we will see. So now we're going to do the underlayer, and of course he will be until here, until this one. So of course again Mod Podge it, and I know if you are don't want, because a little bit of the ink is let it go, because you're printed and the print will walk a little bit through. But I learned that if you spray it with hair spray, then it will go a little bit better. But I didn't try that yet, so I still have to do that. So you see already, he is now in the Mackenzie child print, and now we are letting it dry before we do our second coat. And when we do our second coat, then I let it dry again, and then we are going further with the next step we need for our clock. So you see the Mod Podge is dried up, and what we're going to do right now, we're going to make a little frame on top of here with the popsicle sticks. I am going to show you, sorry for the crackling of the little package. So what I'm going to do is just do a couple of this way, and then the same way we are going to do a couple of this way, and of course I will glue them on top of this board. So you see already, and then we get the other way this way and the other way this way. So I will measure it out, and then I will glue a couple of them, and then I show you how it look like. So you see already I did one of the blocks with the popsicle sticks. I already did. I am now busy with the second block, and you see I do it this way, and in the moment I will do this block this way and the other one this way. So you see already, but you see not every popsicle sticks are the same size, but I already look at my package, and there are a lot of popsicle sticks who are not really totally the same size. So really be careful if you are going to make one of your own. Just look forward to that you have a little bit of the same measurement, because this is a little bit tricky, so everything will have to work out at the end, of course, but be careful. And you see already it's very easy to glue them on top of your canvas, because the mud part is sticking very well with the print on it. So just squeeze them, and you see already they are very easy to work with, because they are a little bit smaller. If you have a little bit of the bigger popsicle sticks, it will be, I think, a lot easier, because then you are finished earlier. So I have to work a lot to get them all on top of here, and then I show you the next step in this DIY. So you see, it was a little bit of a puzzle to make this, but at the end I did came here. But like I always say, next time I would do things differently. But right now I'm going to wax this front, and then I'm going to make from cardboard a little square over here. So and above that we are going to do the rooster. But first I'm going to wax it, and then we take our next step. So you see I did some wax on it, and you see already it changes by the minute. Already at least I love already the little bit of the rustic feeling for the Mackenzie child print. It blends a little bit better in. So like I said, I am going to wax this in totally, and then we're going to do the next step. So while my wooden sticks are drying from the wax, I just measured out a piece of a square of cardboard. You see, it's just old cardboard from an old box, and I will cut my little square out. And of course, what we're going to do right then, if I have cut it out, I have some leftovers of my Mackenzie child paper, so I'm going to Mod Podge this on top of my square, and I let it dry also. So you see already my little piece of cardboard. I already did some print on it from the Mackenzie child, and of course I had to do it with little scraps of paper because I didn't have a new print, and I found it a waste of money to do a new one. I'm going to cut out a little rooster, and if I am cutting out, I will Mod Podge it also in the middle of my center of my little cardboard, and this will be also the center where the clocks, the arms of the clocks are coming from. So I have to look carefully where I will place my rooster. So you see, I have placed my rooster in the middle of my cardboard piece, and of course I'm doing a second layer also on top of the rooster. So he will blend in also and gives a little bit more of a shiny color. Not too much, because this is the matte finish. But now we're letting it dry, and then I hope it dries up the way I hope it will be. So you see, this is how my little cardboard piece turned out, and I did the rooster on top of it, and I did with a little gold marker. Because Mackenzie child also has a little bit of the gold touches, I just go around the little rooster to give it a little bit more accent and around the edges. And what I'm going to do right now is going to glue this on top of my wooden board. So, and then after that we are going to, you see here already my wooden letters and my wooden numbers, and I am going to do the numbers for the clock on top of my wooden board. So, but first I'm going to glue this on top of it. So, and for gluing it on top of my board, normally I will use my glue gun, but this time I'm going to try again my Mod Podge, and I hope that this will work a little bit better, because with the glue gun it doesn't work always the greatest. So I'm just going to try if this will work again better than just the glue gun. So glue gun, the glue from the glue gun, of course. The glue from the glue gun. So you see here I just do quite a bit on top of it, because I want to make sure that it sticks on my rope. I already, and you see, just place it in the middle, and I'm going to squeeze it a little bit, and of course I have to hold it for a little moment. And of course I will do here, probably do some music or just cut this piece of my video off, so it doesn't take too long for you. So before we go further in this DIY, I have to tell you that this video is also part of a challenge which we are hosting together with the beautiful Kiki, called the Sticky Tuesday. We are hosting this every second Tuesday of each month. So if you want to join us, you are more than welcome next month. And of course I will place a link down below for Kiki, her beautiful channel, and I will place a link down below with the playlist with tons of beautiful inspiration for you to find. So give the creators some love. And like I always say, let's jump in the rest of our DIY. So you see I have the rooster on top of my board, but now we are going to do the numbers. But what I was thinking was, I have still a little piece of scrap paper from my Mackenzie child print. Maybe it is great to do a little piece of the Mackenzie child prints under the number. So I'm going to look if this will look okay. So I will make a block of 9, you see here. Now I'm going to, maybe it's if I do it over here, if I am correct, because I will do only numbers the 12, the 3, the 6 and the 9. So because, or else it will be so busy. So I think if I do 4 of these little blocks, and one here, one here and one here, it still gives a little bit more of, yeah, a little bit a nicer way to see. And then I will going to do the number on top of it. But I have to see if this will look okay or not. So this is a little bit how it will turn out at that moment. And then we really used all our scrap for our paper. So I'm going to, I love it. And then we can do, you see here, we can do the letter of the number on top of here. And of course I will give the number a little bit of the black and gold color, a little bit a combi of both. So I think it will look very nice, and it gives a little bit more accent to our clock. So I'm going to glue this on top of my board, and of course I will do the numbers with the gold text marker and the and the black permanent marker. You see here I have this one and I have this one. So if you have those two colors, or do any color you like, but I will use this two color. So you see how my numbers on my clock turned out, and of course the Mod Podge still need to dry a little bit. What I'm going to do in the meantime is just from 2 popsicle sticks I will make my arms of my clock. And of course I would use a real clock, but the thrift stores are still closed, so we can't go thrifting, not yet. So or else I would have used one for a real clock, so he could work in real time. But I have to deal with it, so I'm going to make one for decor. So I will make some little points out of the end of my popsicle stick, and I will use a longer one and a smaller one. So I will make them right now, and of course I will cut them with my little cutting tool. So these are the two pieces that turned out, and I can tell you it took already a lot of popsicle sticks to get the pieces I want. And of course I will use one over here, and I will use one over here in the middle of the rooster, and of course I will work this away. But I think already it looks a little bit like a clock, so I will make it black and then a little bit with the gold, the same if I did here with my numbers. And of course what I will do then I will glue them on top of my piece. So you see already I did a little dot in the middle of the rooster, so I am sure that my arms of my clock will be in the right place. So you see I will glue them on top of here, and then I'm going to give them also a little bit of the gold touch. So you see I did the arms of the clock, I already did on top of it, and I'm going to work it off with a little of the gold marker to give it a little bit more around. I think I only will do it around the edges, so I will see. And then he's almost finished. We have to work this off with a little, I don't know if I will use a little knob or something else. I have to of a little pin, so I have to see. But then, and if I have finished this, then our clock is already almost totally done. So you see how he turned out, and in the middle I used a pin, and of course I think he looks so nice, and that from almost nothing you can still make your own home decor. And of course, like I said earlier, if I were in the normal days, then I would use a real arms of a clock and a real, maybe a mechanism from a real clock. But for now, for the core piece, he is looking really nice, and I show you in a moment the end result. So here you see my Mackenzie child inspired clock. I have him standing under my TV, and you see beside it I have my black painted face already. I painted already a while ago, and of course some Dutch tulip in every color. Of course we are from the Dutch, so we need a little of tulips inside of our home. And of course the black face, he is already been in so many colors, but this time I painted him in the black and with some green pears inside of it. And here you see the Mackenzie Child's inspired clock, and I am really happy with the end result. And I am just really happy that you came along with me in my DIY, and I just hope you enjoyed this DIY. So this was our DIY for today. I hope you had fun watching, and of course if you see me, you made it to the end. Of course, thank you all for watching, and if you like this content, like I said earlier, I hope you will consider subscribing for new DIYs and new decor videos from Dyanne and me. Everyone have a beautiful day, stay safe, take care of yourself and take care of each other, and Dyanne and I hope to see you in our next video. Love from Dyanne and me. Bye everyone.